Okay, let's learn a bit about hydrogenation reactions of aldehyde and ketone. C double bond O with two aryl or alkyl groups attached are ketones. Whereas what are aldehydes? Aldehyde is when one aryl or alkyl group is attached with C double bond O and H. So this is aldehyde group. So we call this individually, we call it as carbonyl of aldehyde. This we call it as carbonyl of ketone. Alright. So we use hydrogen gas in presence of nickel or palladium catalyst and heat or lithium aluminum hydride in acidic medium, acidic aqueous medium. Alright. So what we end up is with reduction occurs, hydrogenation occurs, H and H comes over here to give you RCH2OH. One H fits in here, one H fits in here. So from sp2 hybridized state, it gets into sp3 hybridized state. So three groups attached, 1, 2, 3 groups attached. So sp2 hybridized state, planar structure, whereas here it is CH, CH, R and OH. So it is tetrahedral structure and 1 degree alcohol. Alright, similarly here also same conditions. We also provide heat over here. On heating, same condition, what we end up with is alcohol. Alright, so mind you, when we are taking aldehyde and carrying on hydrogenation, we end up with primary alcohol, and when we are taking ketone and carrying on hydrogenation, we end up with secondary alcohol. Alright. Okay, now let's see what Grignard reagent has got to do. Grignard reagent, I would be dealing it a little later, just since we are talking in terms of aldehyde and ketones. So I just thought I'll just put Grignard reagent reaction also over here. Now in case of Grignard reagent reaction, what happens is, this is what is Grignard reagent, RMGX. How do we synthesize? How does the reaction proceed? Would be dealing with shortly. Alright. So aldehyde treated with Grignard reagent, the R prime group which is there gets fit in here, and O which is there gets converted to H. So we end up with secondary alcohol when we are starting with aldehyde. Now let's check what happens if we start with a ketone. When we started with a ketone, R prime goes here, O gets converted to H. So what we end up with is this. We end up with a tertiary alcohol. So here we ended up with secondary alcohol. Aldehyde, Grignard gives you secondary alcohol, and ketone, Grignard gives you tertiary alcohol with MgXOH as byproduct. Alright, so this was just roughly that I explained. I would carry on shortly the actual reaction mechanism and how many steps does it go on. So aldehyde, hydrogenation, primary alcohol, ketone, hydrogenation, secondary alcohol, aldehyde, Grignard, secondary alcohol, ketone, Grignard, tertiary alcohol. Alright, so this is what you have got to keep in mind. Okay.